And we wish you a good Saturday afternoon. It is a good Saturday indeed because we are getting set to begin the home slate for Greensboro College football here in 2025. Good afternoon, everyone. Kendrick Fruits here with you from Pride Field on the campus of Greensboro College as we get set for Greensboro and Roanoke, a matchup that will be making some history today. It is the first matchup between these two teams in program history. Roanoke has revived their program after what has been about an 80-year hiatus or so since around the time of World War II. So exciting to see these two teams going at it this afternoon. Greensboro coming off of course, an incredible 21-7 victory over Guilford in the Soup Bowl. We'll have a highlight package of that here in a little bit. But before we get into that, obviously some first impressions and some things that we noticed in that game. The first thing that stands out to me, obviously, is quite frankly, the quarterback play. Josh Sims coming off the bench and was fantastic. 7 of 12, 109 yards, and a couple of touchdown passes for Greensboro as they go on to break a 7-7 tie in the first half, or after halftime, rather. But Sims looked really poised, really calm, and showed his leadership in that contest. Now, all that is to say, not to say that Altus played terribly by any stretch. I think his arm strength was very much on display. Was impressed with how quickly he could get the ball out. Problem is that sometimes he did hold on to the ball a little bit too long. He took 6 sacks on Saturday, but was 9 of 18 while playing the first half plus a drive, I believe. Defensively, obviously, their usual brand of excellence. We liked what we saw out of them during the first half. And second half, obviously, the J-Law interception that sealed the deal with under 2 minutes to go in that contest. And obviously, we knew coming into 2025 that was going to be one of the strengths of this team, and they certainly showed that as the season got underway. First time since 2013 that Greensboro has started the season 1-0, so exciting times here around this football program. And obviously every year when the season starts there's a lot of optimism, and they were certainly exuding that when the year started. Everybody talking about, hey, this team has the potential to do some big things and maybe finish better than what their preseason polling spot of 7th in the USA South indicated. So obviously still a lot of football to come before that really comes into play. A couple more non-conference games. You've got the Roanoke game today. It's exciting to go to Davidson next weekend and take on an FCS team on the road. That'll be exciting. We'll have a radio-only call for you on that one, so if you're not able to catch the game or don't have ESPN Plus or not able to make the trip down there, we'll have it for you on the Greensboro College Sports Network, much like we did a couple of games last year, the baseball tournament down in Methodist or the women's basketball exhibition at UNCG last December. So we will have some coverage for you next week. But back to today, taking on a Roanoke team that won their first game 23-7 in their, I say season opener, obviously it was, but their program opener, question mark, against Virginia Lynchburg. 23-7, again, the final score in that contest. One thing, if we can get a interview rolling for halftime today, we'll try to get it ready for you. By then, we talked to their play-by-play guy, and he said that, it's a very young team, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, and it's a team which, quite frankly, we said was very similar to what we saw from Greensboro College women's soccer yesterday. A lot of talent, not a lot of experience. Obviously, that's something you can't coach. But as we get into the season, as they continue to gel and play together, I think it'll be very interesting to see what they are able to do as they come together. As a offensive unit, Lynchburg led offensively by Cam Hill, was 13 of 27 with a couple of interceptions, 1 touchdown, 169 yards. On the ground, Tyson Miller ran for 85 yards on 18 carries last week. Polo Hill, 69 yards on 7 carries, so 5 yards per carry the team averaged. And obviously that's a big thing for Greensboro. They were able to stop the Guilford run last week. Pride, though, not able to get a whole lot going on the ground, averaging 1.7 yards per carry themselves. So I think for Greensboro today, trying to establish that run a little bit more is going to go a long way towards hopefully a successful outcome this afternoon. Well, we told you about the Soup Bowl, and we will bring you, as promised, the highlight recap from what was an exciting weekend last Saturday. It is damp. It is wet. The raindrops are thick, and under what better backdrop would we rather have the Soup Bowl be played? Greensboro and Guilford getting set for the 24th annual Soup Bowl, a contest the Greensboro Pride have not won since 2012. Football in the air, hello 2025. Kick taken back at the 5-yard line, working up towards the middle to the 20. He's got a little bit of a window to the 25, to the 30. He might go all the way to the house, down the sideline, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Pride! Sincere McIntyre to the house, and that is how you make a statement. 3rd down and goal, we'll call it from the 7-yard line. 3 receivers bunched up to the near side. Robles takes the snap a little bit low, dropping back, looking to his right. Now steps up in the pocket, gets away from one Greensboro defender, takes off to the left, he'll score. One second left on the clock in the first half. This will be about a 43-yard drive for Guilford. Snap spot, kick is up. It's going to be left. No good. And we go to the half, all square at 7 here in the 24th annual Soup Bowl. And Greensboro is sending out Josh Sims here. The 8, Greensboro's got to find a way to punch this one in. Take a commanding lead. Sims looking to throw, fires this one. He's got his man, Dykes, touchdown! The Pride take a lead late in the 3rd quarter. Dykes sneaking out of the backfield. Sims under center, puts Prevet in motion, dropping back, rolling to his right, now tries to fire across. He's got a man wide open! Greensboro about to win the Soup Bowl for the first time since 2012. Following the turnover, Greensboro can pretty much run out the clock. 1:13 to go, and Guilford can only stop it once. 40-second threshold, now he's ready. Sims takes a knee. And it doesn't look like the Quakers are going to stop the clock. For the first time since 2012, Greensboro College has won the Soup Bowl. Bring that trophy back across town. The Pride start 1-0. Obviously, it was a fantastic weekend and emotions riding high following that big win in the Soup Bowl, Greensboro's first since 2013, and the first time since then starting the season 1-0. So a lot of excitement around this team today, and obviously the fans have come and showed out here at Pride Field for the home opener in 2025 as we get set for a historic matchup, the first between these two programs here in Greensboro. Good afternoon, everyone. Kendrick Fruits here with you. And it is a beautiful 74 degrees. We'll get up to about 78 or so by the end of today's contest. No chance of rain this afternoon. Mother Nature playing much nicer with us than she did last week. We called the games at the home men's soccer match against Guilford where it was almost 90 degrees and sweltering hot. Took an hour break, drove across town to Guilford where it was 75 and raining. And fortunately, we're not going to have to deal with that this afternoon. Coin toss is underway or about to get underway down here, which means that we're moments away from getting 2025's home slate underway as well. Greensboro College wearing the green jerseys, the black pants, and those new black helmets that look oh so good here, especially under the glistening sunlight. The Maroons with the maroon pants, white jerseys, white helmets, maroon numbering and lettering. Game number 2 of 2025. First home game of the year on the road for the next two, Davidson and Southern Virginia, before a good home stretch that sees Greensboro play 3 of their last 4 at home and 4 of their last 6. But no need to get too far ahead of ourselves. We got a lot to do here today. The officials with their midfield huddle. Greensboro will receive to start today. Obviously, we saw what happened last week. Sincere McIntyre took the opening kickoff 95 yards for the score. We'll be excited to see what happens when he's able to touch the football this week. Was named the USA South Special Teams Player of the Week for his efforts last week. And under sunny skies with no clouds, and you hear the whistle of the trains in the background, that is the backdrop for today's contest. Roanoke about ready to kick this one away. It is Ethan Sear, the sophomore, puts this one underway. It's a low liner, and we're underway as well. Downed by Greensboro at the 31-yard line, and that's where they will start things. After being QB number 2 last week, Josh Sims will make the start for the Pride today. Sims, the senior quarterback from Cornelius. And he will start in the gun with 4 receivers to the near side. Dropping back, and a quick throw is incomplete. His intended target was down on the ground. The time the ball got there, no flag. Intended target, Javion Carr, the sophomore from Charlotte. So that'll set up 2nd down and 10, officially at the 32-yard line. Greensboro working from our left to right. We are positioned behind the visitor sideline. Sims with the handoff up the middle, gain of about 3. And that was Curry Dyke starting his day. And again, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame show. One of the things we'd like to see with Greensboro today offensively is to perhaps get a little bit more established from a run standpoint. Dykes' 26 yards last week was a season high, was a team high. So we told you about Sims' numbers last week as he drops back on 3rd down and 7. Fires this one over the middle, caught, first down to the 49-yard line. That's KJ Brown, Greensboro's leading pass catcher last week, had 3 catches for 51 yards, and they'll move the sticks here. Sims for his career, 6 passing touchdowns, 4 last year, 2 of them last week. Career 70 of 139 for 901 yards. First down and 10. Greensboro's past midfield. Handoff here to Dykes, working left-hand side. Bounces off of the left side of the line, trying to cut the corner. Maybe a yard, maybe 2. It'll be second down and 8. I think they're going to give him 2. Curry Dykes last year, part of a running back room that everybody really spread out touches evenly at the beginning of the season. By the end of the year, though, it was Tariq Smith's job, and Dykes takes it now up to the 45-yard line. Gain of 3. Dykes last year, 18 carries for 24 yards. So third down and 6. We are 2 minutes deep into this contest. Ball at the 45, needs to get to the 39, does Greensboro. Sims with 2 to the near side, 2 to the far. Has Dykes in the backfield with him in the gun. Now walks up under center. Steps back to join Dykes. Here's the snap. Fires far side, nearly intercepted. There is a penalty flag down. Looked as if it were off the helmet of Javier Waldron from Blacksburg. We'll see what the laundry is for on the field at the 40-yard line. And it will be pass interference on Roanoke, so that'll move the sticks anyways for Greensboro. I think this is huge for the Pride to be able to put together a sustained opening drive. Greensboro's already worked at almost 30 yards. First down, receivers bunched to the near side. Sims looking to pass near side, now takes off with it. He's got a hole up the left-hand side, barrels through, lowers the shoulder, and that's going to be another first down run, this time by Sims. Josh Sims inside the 30. Showing off with the legs here a little bit as well for Greensboro as they've barreled deeper into Maroon territory. Officially going to be a pickup of about 18 yards. Sims dropping back, looking to throw. Fires deep, far side for the end zone, intercepted. Moments after Waldron was called for pass interference, he makes the interception in the end zone, and a promising start for Greensboro comes up empty. A turnover in the end zone. All right, well, we'll see the Greensboro defense out here for the first time now. Quarterback for Roanoke is Cam Hill. Cam Hill, 13 of 27, 169 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions last week. We'll see the Maroons offense for the first time. We'll see Greensboro's defense out here. First down, Hill, a quick pass. Almost intercepted at first, getting through the Greensboro defensive line, but then in and out of the hands of his intended receiver as well. That was number 88, Jonah Looney, the tight end. For Greensboro, there was that right defensive end, almost got a hand on it. Here comes second down and 10. Handoff to the left side and bottled up by the Greensboro defensive line. No gain on the play. Ball carrier number 24, Tyson Miller. Miller, we mentioned, ran for 85 yards last week. It's going to be a loss of 2 here, setting up third down and long. Greensboro almost jumped there on third down. 1 receiver to the far side, actually 2 to the far side, 2 to the narrow boundary near side. Hill dropping back, looking this way, Fires towards the sideline, and did he stay in bounds is the question. They're going to say yes, he did. First down. That'll move the chains. Pass caught by number 12, Kamari Garner. And that will be a gain of about 15 or 16. Working quickly, Hill throws it again to Garner. Makes the catch at the 38-yard line. Gain of 5 on first down. Roanoke wanting to move quickly here. There is a flag. Actually 2. Back across the 50-yard line. Penalty on Greensboro. And the yardage should be close enough to a first down. Yep. It'll be first down and 5 here officially at the 38-yard line. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near. Hill looking back to throw. Pass rush gets to him. There's a flag. That's going to be a hold on Roanoke, and the sack coming by big number 94, Devarius Jesse from Columbus, Georgia. That's going to be a hold. Jesse was held up trying to work his way around the right tackle. And so as it stands right now, Jesse with his first sack. Officials trying to, and the penalty's going to be declined. They're going to take the sack. Looked like a little bit of a delay while everybody was trying to get everything sorted out there, but the hold is declined. And they'll set up second down and 8. $10:32 remaining first half, or first quarter. First A game for the Pride this year. Remember last year's home opener against Guilford, a 14-0 loss that was mostly sunny, but we had that weird rainstorm right after halftime. And then it was sunny and warm again. Second down and 8, here comes the pass rush. This one thrown out in the flat to Garner. Garner's able to work his way close to first down yardage. He's going to have it, and actually a little bit more, a gain of about 10 on second down and 8. And once again, Roanoke will move the chains. So Garner now 2 catches for 25 yards. Hill 2 for 3 for 15 yards, 2 for 3 for 25 yards in the early going. Handoff to Miller. Miller bouncing this one outside. Still on his feet past the first down marker. Another flag back at the original line of scrimmage. And I think this one also will be coming back. Greensboro with some full substitutions among the defensive line. And we wait on the penalty information here. Again, it was in the area of a hold, and it will be. Last week, Greensboro committed 9 penalties, 113 yards. And the Maroons last week committed 11 penalties for a total of 90 yards. So both teams have some early season flag issues to clean up. Hill's going to keep this one himself. Works to the far side. He's cut out by Will Palethorpe, the senior defensive back, with a hard hit. And that's going to set up a long yardage situation here on second down. Second down, it looks like they're going to call it about 19. Palethorpe with his first tackle of his senior campaign. 3 receivers to the near side here for Roanoke. Hill dropping back, looking far side, fires this one. That's going to be complete. Back to just past the original line of scrimmage. Completed to Gray Deal, wide receiver from Advance, North Carolina. Attended Davie County High School. Coincidentally, where I attended high school. Third down and 9. Line to gain the 45-yard line of Greensboro, currently at the 46 of Roanoke. Hill dropping back, looking to throw, surveying over the middle, fires and nearly picked off. A diving attempt by both the Greensboro defender Larry Jones and the wide receiver Kamari Garner. The pass ultimately fell just short of both of them. And so it'll be a 4th down situation. And the Josh Sims interception doesn't lead to anything terribly detrimental for Greensboro. They forced a Maroons punt. Zach Nicholas to kick it away. Good punt. Caught at about the 11-yard line, working up the far sideline, gain of maybe 5 for McIntyre, and that's where Greensboro will start around the 15, 16-yard line, it appears. 8:56 to go here, first quarter. Check that, Javion Carr was the returner. So first down and 10 for Greensboro, second chance for the Pride offense. Obviously still a good ways to go in this one. Early numbers, first downs 3-2 for Greensboro. Pride 36 yards of total offense. They're going to try to add to that total. Sims hands this one off to Dykes up the middle. Almost to the 25-yard line. We'll say a gain of 6 to the 24 until we see an official number here. So Corey Dykes, 5 carries already. Second down and 5 officially at the 23. Sims fakes the handoff, will fire this one quickly to Coy Davis. Davis working his way up to the 35-yard line, and that will be a first down for Greensboro. Davis makes his first catch of the day. First down and 10. Sims wanted to throw near, now will throw far, has underthrown his receiver. It's out of bounds. And that will bring up second down and 10. I think I mistakenly spoke a few minutes ago and said Palethorpe had made his first tackle of his senior season. Made his first tackle of the day of his home slate. First tackle at home this year for the senior. Obviously one of the veteran leaders of a defensive unit that's had to figure out how to replace some of their big stars from last year. Robinson, and of course Max Steele, who's now on as a assistant coach. Second down and 10. Sims under center hands this off to Dykes, working to the left side, just off of the left guard. Gain of maybe a yard. It'll be third down and 9. Actually, no, they're going to say he just got back to the line of scrimmage, so third down and 10. Halfway through quarter number 1. Still no score. Sims in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Dykes in the backfield with him. He drops back, fires this over the middle, intercepted again. This one taken up past the 30-yard line to the 20, we'll call it the 26-yard line. That bullet pass intercepted by Landon Altizer from Roanoke. Altizer, the junior. And the second interception of the first quarter thrown by Sims. And it'll be a short field for the Maroons. Officially at the 27-yard line. Cam Hill, two receivers near side, too far. He's got Miller in the backfield with him. Greensboro's gonna ask their defense to stand strong in a short field. Fires this one over the middle and nobody in the area. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the Greensboro secondary. And it's going to be a pass interference on the Pride. I see Chase Altus warming up on the Greensboro sideline. Greensboro right now probably in a situation where the quarterback is just whoever has the hot hand. Nobody is entrenched into a particular role, and the coaches said that coming into the 2025 season too, is just that, you know, starter one week could be the guy who was sending in the plays the week before. Just kind of depends on who's having the better week. So the officials now moving the football up to the 17-yard line. Couple receivers here to the near side and a stoppage. Right as we were about to get this back underway. Referee came up and stopped it, and now they're going to stop it again. Every time both lines start to get set here, the officials run back in. It's early season for them too. Everybody's trying to work through some things as we get this year underway. First down and 10 at the 17. Hill looking to throw, fires over the middle. He's got his man juggled, incomplete. It was almost a certain touchdown for the Maroons, but dropped by wide receiver Ethan Graves. Could not hold on to it. Greensboro catches a break. It's second down and 10. .6:51 to play first quarter. Again, a couple receivers to the near side. Far side vacant. Now they're going to put a man in motion. This one handed off to Miller. Greensboro's defense snuffed that one out instantly. Great job by the front seven for Greensboro. Again, we knew that was going to be a strength of this team. That was Jaden Barnes, the sophomore linebacker. Sidbury also getting in on the action. And that'll bring up third down and 10. Four receivers here for Hill, dropping back, looking to his right, firing towards the post. That is caught. Great catch there. Excellent job by the Roanoke receiver, Cole Chiswick, to go up over his defender and come down with it right at the goal line. Makes the catch at the pylon. There is a penalty flag down. At the moment, it's a very nice touchdown catch by Chiswick. We'll see what the penalty is. So we wait again the call from the officials, and it's going to go against the Maroons. An illegal substitution, too many players on the field for Roanoke. And that will wipe the touchdown off of the board. And it'll set up a third down, and we'll call it about 15, I believe. Greensboro could force the Maroons into a field goal situation, would be huge. Hill dropping back, throws this one quickly out to Miller. Miller gets around one, can't get around Palethorpe, and it will be fourth down and about 10. Well, it wasn't the prettiest sequence, but Greensboro asks their defense to hold, and they do. Hold strong, that is. Field goal from here will be about a 36-yard attempt. Ethan Sear, the sophomore kicker. From the left hash. Here's the snap spot. Kick is up. It is good. Sear puts it through, and Roanoke does pick up the first points of today's game. Sear was 0 for 2 last week, but hits from 36 yards. We have a new score, 3-0 Maroons on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Sears kickoff again, a little squib kick. Greensboro's going to take it up to the 42-yard line or so, where a rugby scrum ensues. And the Pride offense will take over in pretty good field position here at the 42, 43-yard line. It will be the 42. We'll see who comes out to lead the Greensboro offense. Sims 2 of 6, 31 yards and 2 interceptions so far. And I believe it's going to be Altus. Yep, it'll be transfer Chase Altus. Back in the game was 9 of 18 for 47 yards last week and an interception. You'll see his first snaps here at Pride Field. Hands this one off on first down, and Dykes is wrapped up. Check that. Greensboro has made a substitution at running back. And that's going to be Westmoreland. Second down and 10 at the 42. Couple receivers to the near side, one to the far. Fakes the handoff there. Altus will fire into the flat. He's got his man caught for 4 or 5 yards, sprawling ahead is KJ Brown. I think he'll end up getting about 6 yards there. It'll be third down, and we'll call it 4. Greensboro with Trey Jones at the near boundary. 2 receivers to the far side. Westmoreland in the backfield with Altus on third down and 3. Altus fires this one far sideline. Jump ball caught. Did he stay in bounds? The question. Yes, sir, he did. Big first down for the Pride on the far boundary at about the 30-yard line. That'll end up being a gain of about 20 yards or so. Big pickup on 3rd down and 3. First down and 10. Handoff to Westmoreland up the middle. Trying to fight through a couple of tackles, or would-be tackles. Gain of a couple. I think that was Shamar Privet, by the way, a couple of a couple passes ago. Still waiting to get confirmation on the far side there, but I believe that was Privet who hauled that 1st down or 3rd down catch in. Handoff to Dykes on 2nd down and 7. Dykes for a couple. It's going to be 3rd down. Yep, it was Shamar Privet, 24 yards on that pitch and catch moments ago. So 3rd down and 4 at the 22-yard line. Field goal from here would be 39 yards. Altus fakes the handoff, looks to his left, now having to work around a couple of would-be tacklers and just has to throw that one away. Heavy pressure by the Maroons' front 7, forcing Altus to just get that one out of there. So it'll be 4th down and 4, and an early decision for Greensboro to make. Right now, the offense staying on the field. 2:38 to play, 1st quarter. Pride down 3. Looks like it was never really a thought to bring out the special teams unit, so I believe it's 4th down. Scoreboard says 3rd down, but on the side it says 4th. I think it is 4th. Altus looking to throw. Wants to go deep, fires this one over the middle. He's thrown it too far. Had a guy who had a step on his defender, and just missed him there. I think he was looking for, that might have been Jones over there. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Pride. .234 to play. And again, Greensboro will send the defense back out, and much like we saw yesterday, or much like we saw last year, defense has been the strength for Greensboro. First down and 10 at the Roanoke 22. Out to the far side. Deal makes the catch for 6-7 yards or so. Oh, no, incomplete. I'm sorry. So 2nd down 10, 2:30 to go. Greensboro is 2 for 4 on 3rd downs today. Roanoke 1 out of 3. Hill, who is 4 for 9, hands this one off to Miller. Miller up to the 25, maybe 26-yard line, gain of 4 yards. Which for Miller now, give him a couple carries for a couple yards. 3rd down and 6. And Greensboro jumps, that's Walker. Move Roanoke up 5 yards, it'll be 3rd down and 1. For Greensboro, that'll be their 4th penalty already, 4th penalty for 25 yards. Check that, there's not Hill in the backfield. That is, or there's not Miller rather, that's Polo Hill. So Cam Hill, the quarterback, and Polo Hill, the running back. Polo Hill from Charlottesville, Virginia. Cam Hill from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, attended Reagan High School. Handoff to Polo Hill. 3rd down and 1. Did Greensboro's line hold tough? It's going to be close. 4th down is the signal. So 4th and 1 at the 31-yard line, and it appears the punting unit coming out. Great job by the Greensboro defense to hold strong. In fact, push Polo Hill back a yard. It's now 4th and 2. Zach Nicholas to punt. Under a minute 20 to go, first quarter. Play clock down to 3. And Nicholas punts it away. Another good punt, a boomer. Carr going back, still going back. He's going to watch it. It's going to take a Greensboro bounce and be settled about the 22-yard line. What a punt that was, almost 50 yards. 1:05 to play in the first. It is a busy football Saturday in the USA South. Fall sports are in full swing, and we are thankful for it, but nothing else is going on yet. Still to come this afternoon at 1 o'clock, North Carolina Wesleyan on the road at Apprentice. At 2 o'clock, Hendricks on the road at Huntington. Brevard on the road at Sewanee. Then tonight, the second slate, Southern Virginia at Averett, Guilford at Methodist, Belhaven is at Trinity, and Barry is at LaGrange at 7:30. Altus hands this one off. Taken up to about the 22, 23-yard line, maybe a yard. It'll be second down and 9, under a minute to go, first quarter. Second down and 9, could be the last play Greensboro runs here. Altus fakes the handoff, throws to the far side. That's going to be caught by Privet. Privet's got the first down, I believe, to the 34-yard line. Yep, they're going to move the chains. So first down and 10. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. See if Greensboro elects to run a play. Certainly looks like they're going to. Altus takes the snap, fakes the handoff again, goes back to the far side, got a man complete to the 49-yard line. Believe that's that's going to be KJ Brown again. Favorite target of Greensboro quarterbacks right now, his third catch of the first quarter, and the first quarter will come to an end with the ball spotted at the 50. 15 minutes in the books. Pride down 3-0 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. And we start the second quarter with Greensboro at midfield. Altus again pulls back on the fake handoff, throwing down the far sideline. That is incomplete. There is a tent on the Roanoke sideline that we cannot see through or around, so I had to wait on the officials' signal there as our view is obstructed by this tent to our left. But it is second down and 10 at midfield. Greensboro, 116 yards of offense, 40 yards of offense, 41 yards officially for Roanoke in the first quarter. Altus on second down and 10, hands this one off to Dykes, working left-hand side, gets past a couple tackles, lost the football, and I think Roanoke has it. They do. Karee Dykes, after about a 6-yard scamper to the left, fumbles the football, and the Maroons with another turnover forced. They'll have the ball in good standing, about the 45-yard line or so. Recovering that fumble was linebacker Charlie Davis. And Cam Hill back out, 4 for 8 in the first quarter, 40 yards passing. And he's going to put that in the gut of Miller, past the 45 to the 46-yard line, gain of 4. That'll be Miller's second carry of the game. 2 for Polo Hill, 2 for Cam Hill, 2 for Miller, for a total of 5 yards. Second down and 6. Two receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Football on the near hash. Miller looking to throw near side, looking for his man, almost intercepted. Pass intended for Deal, in and out of his hands, and almost intercepted by Braden Anderson Sidbury. Third down and 6 at the 46. Two to the near side for Miller, 2 to the far. Check that for Hill. He's got Miller standing to his right. Takes the snap, and a little bit of a delay there from the offense. That'll back him up 5 yards. I don't think everybody quite on the same page there on the snap count. So that'll be third down and 11. Third down, 11. Hill takes the snap, looking to throw. Pressure, and down he goes. He's hit hard. Hill sacked for the second time today. That looked like Jordan Bennett. There is a flag. For the moment, I think that's a sack for Bennett. Waiting to hear officially what the call is there. But for the moment, Greensboro's celebrating and sending their punt return team back out. Officials taking an awful long time to confer on this one. Not sure what they're looking at. I think I heard the PA guy just say it was a personal foul against the Maroons.
The personal foul is after the play.
Long discussion here. I wonder if perhaps there was a late hit to a head there, and maybe they're looking at a targeting. That's the only thing I can think of for why this discussion is taking so long. It'll be fourth down. Greensboro will be ready to punt in a minute. And speaking of punts, how about the start for Nicholas? 48-yard punt his first time. He booted it away. All right, now I think we're about to get an explanation of some sort. So it's an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Maroons. 2 of them against Roanoke, it appears. So obviously they'll take 1 and back them up. So for the Maroons, that'll be their 4th penalty for 35 yards. And this is a huge break for Greensboro as their punt return unit moves up and Javion Carr moves up almost to the 50-yard line. I don't know, looking at the yardage here, Mike, it looks like they enforced both of them. Yep, they did. So that's 30 yards in penalties there. Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. Carr waiting back at his own 49. And here comes the kick. High. Carr backing up, makes the catch at the 49, works around one man, makes him miss. Now another to the 40-yard line, cuts back inside to the 35, still on his feet, and finally taken down inside the 30-yard line to the 26. A big return there for Greensboro, and the Pride are going to have a short field looking to tie or take the lead. It was actually Sincere McIntyre on the return. They switched them out there. It was Carr the first time, was McIntyre that time. So Greensboro with it at the, we'll call it the 27-yard line. Altus hands this one off, first down, cutting out to the far side. Makes a couple men miss, trying to get to the outside edge, down at about the 10. A big carry of about 17 yards for Greensboro on first down. That was Westmoreland again. On his 4th carry of the contest, first down, and goal to go for the Pride. Altus fakes the handoff, throws this one in the flat. Makes one man miss, but not a whole lot more than that. Gain of maybe a yard. It'll bring up second down. Brown on the catch. That was his 4th of the game. Altus 5 of 8 right now for 57 yards passing. Second down and goal at the 7. Handoff, Westmoreland, left-hand side to about the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. And it'll be third down and goal to go, about a mid-range here, 4 yards. Greensboro knocking on the door of taking the lead. Altus barking out the signals. Westmoreland back with him. As we say that, Westmoreland now checks out. Here comes Curry Dykes. Play clock down to 5 seconds, and now a whistle. Greensboro's going to take a timeout. I think Coach Card realized that they were really rushing to get things set up before that third down play. And so with that, we will take a quick timeout. 12:55 to go, second quarter. Pride down 3 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. 3rd down and goal from the 5. Greensboro looking to grab the lead for the first time today. Altus, handoff, Dykes up the middle, dives. Is he in? He is. Curry Dykes for the touchdown, and the Pride take the lead. Reagan Sawyer out for the PAT.
Touchdown. Here comes the extra point.
Snap, spot, kick is up. And it's good. We have a new score from Pride Field. 12:49 to go first half. Greensboro leads it 7-3 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Following the Dykes touchdown, which is his 2nd of the year, first rushing touchdown of the year. Sawyer to boot it away. Kickoff short, but corralled by Roanoke up the middle and taken down at the 30-yard line. That is KJ Bratton, the junior from Roanoke, on the return. So Curry Dykes now 9 carries, 26 yards. He's already matched his yardage total from last week at Guilford. Greensboro is finding more success on the ground this week than they did last week. 62 yards rushing for the Pride on 14 carries. First down here for the Maroons. Here comes Miller, bouncing off of the right tackle. He's got some room to run past the 40 to the 45-yard line, where he is wrestled out of bounds. Pushed out by Elijah Edwards from Winston-Salem. It'll be a carry of 15 yards. First down and 10 officially at the 47. Snap almost off the mark. Hill has to get away from one defender, throws this one out of bounds. Greensboro has done a nice job applying pressure up the middle today. So officially today, Jesse with the sack, Holman and Bennett split one. That was one of the things that defensive coordinator Maurice Terrain talked about in the preseason preview, was the fact that they were excited about this front seven. Most of them returning from last year, and the pass rush they generated last year expected to only get better in 2025. Polo Hill working to the left-hand side. Shifty run makes a couple guys miss inside the 45-yard line to the 43. Actually to the 44, which means he's a yard short. Gain of 9 for Hill, and a stoppage and a Greensboro timeout. 12:43 to play. Check that, 11:49 to play in the first half. Stat sheet is not caught up yet on the computer. 11:49 to play first half. And the Pride lead at 7-3 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Third down, and we'll call it 1 here at the 44-yard line. Line to gain is the 43, 11:49 to go first half. Hill under center. Runs with a fullback here. Handoff to Miller. He's got the first down. Goes airborne to the 41, gain of 3. That's enough to move the chains. The guy that lined up in the backfield there as the fullback for the Maroons was freshman offensive lineman Andrew Kinsey. So first down and 10 at the 46. Check that, the 41. Handoff to Miller. Miller fighting for 4 yards or so. Give him 26 on the afternoon. It'll be second down. There's a gain of 5 officially, so second down and 5 at the 36-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. Couple bunched up to the far. Hill dropping back, looking to his right, steps up to avoid the pressure, cannot do so. Brought down again by that interior pass rush of Greensboro. This time, that was Devarius Jesse with his second sack of the afternoon. A 2-sack day for Jesse brings up third down and 9 back at the 40-yard line. Approaching 10 minutes to play first half. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Hill with an empty backfield. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking left, slipped on the plant, and there goes the pass rush again. Hill leveled down at the 47-yard line. Quite a few Greensboro players there. One of them being Deshaun Holman, no stranger to the opposing backfields. Holman, I think, will get half a sack. Didn't see the other one in on that. However you slice it, though, it's a fourth down and a punting situation here for Roanoke. At the 46. Play clock down to 5. And a directional kick here heading towards the end zone, and will go into the end zone at 9 minutes to play first half. So a touchback on the punt. About 4 minutes away from the start of North Carolina Wesleyan and Apprentice. The way the USA South standings look coming into today, Belhaven and Greensboro, LaGrange, North Carolina Wesleyan, and Southern Virginia all 1-0 on the year. Brevard, Huntington, and Methodist started the year 0-1. Altis fakes the handoff. He's got a man on his ankles, cannot get rid of it. Down goes Altis. Altis, that was the big issue with him last week, was taking too many sacks. Looked like Charlie Davis, the first one to get to him. First sack allowed by Greensboro today. Second down, and we'll call it 13. Two receivers far side, two to the near. Altis dropping back. Here comes the pass rush again. Fires this over the middle. Pass a little bit high. Tipped off of the hands of Davis. Coy Davis, that is, and almost intercepted on the carom. So that'll bring up third down and 13. Altis now 5 out of 10. It was Zaire Ray getting in on that sack, by the way. So half for Holman, half for Ray. Third down and 10. Altis rolling out to his right. He'll fire incomplete, too high for his intended target. I believe that was KJ Brown on the far side. And a very quick 3 and out for Greensboro, and they'll have to kick it away. This will be the first punt for the Pride. Returner standing back at the short side 49-yard line. Now backing up to midfield. I believe that is kick caught at the 45-yard line. That's Jackson Swanson. Swanson working his way up to the 35, so a return of about 10 yards on the punt. That was right at about a 30-yard boot.
That cord on the left, just make sure it, if you can hold it.
So first down and 10 officially marked at the 36-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Greensboro, we mentioned it earlier, starting 1-0 for the first time since 2013. After the win against Guilford last week, and in a fight here today with the Maroons as Hill takes this up to the 35. We'll call it a gain of 1. Holman in on the stop for Greensboro. Jesse now with 2 sacks, Holman with 1, Zaire Ray and Bennett both with a half.
Actually, don't hold it when you move the camera like that. Anytime you move the camera, just check the connection again, because I think it's just coming a little weird. It's just a loose cord.
9 first downs for Greensboro, 5 for the Maroons. Looking for their 6th, though. This is Polo Hill. He's got the first down. He's got more. Working down the far side, or the near sideline. That's a touchdown. Polo Hill dancing down the boundary, 34 yards on the scamper, and Roanoke goes back in front. But there is a flag back here at the 35-yard line, and I think this one is coming back. So Greensboro catching a break on the penalty. For the Maroons, their 7th penalty of the first half. Greensboro has committed 3 for 20. So they're marking off the penalty yardage now. It'll back them up to the 44-yard line. Great attendance here for the season opener, home opener here at Greensboro. Both bleacher sections full. Roanoke has traveled well. Love to see the tents and the tailgating up over the hill as well. Second down, 18. Hill dropping back. Here comes the pass rush again. Hill having to work to his right. Fires. That is caught. Nice catch there. Great job dragging a foot, staying in bounds. Chiswick, who almost caught the touchdown earlier. That'll be second down after a gain. Check that. Third down after a gain of, 15 yards or so.
At about the 30. Set to 20 now.
So Hill 5 of 11 now. Snapping a streak of a couple consecutive incompletions. Dropping back, looking left, wants to go for the home run ball. Long throw, end zone, incomplete. Kind of threw it in between a couple defenders. A couple of receivers as well in the area, numbers 10 and 12. So that's Ethan Graves and Kamari Garner both in the area. 3 Greensboro defenders there as well. It will be fourth down. Field goal from here would be 47. So the offense staying out. Roanoke now 2 of 9 on third downs. This is their first attempt on fourth down. Quick throw, he's got his man, that's deal complete. And it's a first down. So the Maroons move the chains on fourth down as we continue to march on towards halftime.
Tackle was made by Elijah Edwards.
Two receivers far side. Deal on the near side. Hill dropping back again, looking to his right, fires this over the middle. That's caught in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Pass intended by to Bratton.
Dropped by Swanson. Second down now.
Second down and 10. Hill with the handoff. Miller is met instantly by the defensive line of Greensboro. Loss maybe of a yard on the play.
Tackle made by 94, Jesse.
Another stop for Jesse, who's been all over the field defensively for the Pride. The 2 sacks, a couple of tackles as well. 5:30 to go first half, third down, 9 to go. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. Hill with 3 receivers far side, 2 to the near, empty backfield, drops back, working to his right. Still working to his right, he's got to just throw it out of bounds. So fourth down and 9. Field goal here would be 37 yards. And they are going to send the field goal unit out.
And it looks like it's going to be a field goal.
Sear is already hit from 33. His season-long is that 33, as he was 0 for 2 last week. Play clock down to 5. Here comes the field goal try. It's going to go left. I don't know if anybody got a hand on it or not, but it went well left, and in fact just clanked off of the side of the play clock. So the kick no good. That Roanoke drive ultimately fizzles out. And Greensboro will take over at the 20-yard line. Some of the early numbers here in this contest, you look at what each team has been able to do so far today. 9 first downs for the Pride, 6 of them for the Maroons. 144 yards of offense for Greensboro. That's 4.7 yards per play. 88 yards for Roanoke. That's 2.8 yards per play. First down here for Greensboro. They're going to keep it on the ground. I believe that was Westmoreland. About the 24-yard line, gain of 4. Officially 3 yards there. Westmoreland up to 26 yards rushing. Both he and Curry Dykes leading Greensboro at 26 yards. Leader on the game is Miller with 27. Second down, 7 to go. Approaching 4.5 minutes to go. And Altus not ready for the snap. He's just going to have to fall down on it. Little miscommunication there between Altus and his center. Altus was not ready for it. He was turned around to look at his running back. So that's going to set up third down. And 12 back to the 18-yard line. Pride need to get to the 30 here for a first down. And that snap bobbled again by Altus. Fumble. It's a loose football rolling back towards the end zone. It is recovered by the Maroons. And it's just outside of the end zone, I believe. But a bad possession gone even worse for Greensboro. 2 botched snaps in a row. And the Maroons just inches away from punching it in. Oh, no, they scored. I didn't realize he recovered it in the end zone. So a touchdown for Roanoke. They did punch it in on the fumble recovery. And Sear now for the PAT at 3:49 to go. Snap, spot, kick, blocked. And Greensboro on the recovery. They've got a chance to run. To the 40-yard line, to the 50, 40, 30. They're not going to catch him. Greensboro's going to get something out of this here. On the blocked PAT. The Pride are going to get 2 points on the blocked PAT. That's an odd way to have a tie game here. I don't exactly know if that's the way you want to draw it up, but you talk about losing momentum moments ago on the fumble return for a touchdown, or recovered for a touchdown, but Greensboro gets something out of it. 2 points. So it is 9-9. Zaire Brown with the block and run. I checked, it was Zaire Brown that scored the touchdown for Roanoke. And it was a blocked PAT that turned into 2 points for the Pride. So 9-9, 3:49 to go. So Greensboro will have 3:49 with which to work. Hopefully the offensive line and the coaches and Altus have had a quick moment to kind of talk through some things, try to figure out what was going on those last couple of snaps. Here comes the kick, another low bouncer. It's going to be returned by Greensboro up to the 40-yard line before the Maroons dogpile on the Greensboro returner. Coy Davis a little bit slow getting up. So first down at the 40. 3:44 to go. Chase Altus 5 of 10, 58 yards passing. Josh Sims was 2 of 6 for 31 and a couple interceptions. Cam Hill 6 of 15, 64 yards. Leading rushers today, Miller 6 carries, 27 yards for Greensboro. Dykes and Westmoreland 26 yards each. Altus fakes the handoff, a quick pass here. He's got his man up past the 50 to the 45-yard line. Was that Westmoreland there? I think it was. That'll be the first catch of the day for Westmoreland. Little quick fake handoff and dump it off. First time today we've seen Greensboro with 2 backs. Dykes one side, Westmoreland the other. Another fake handoff and a quick throw out, this time to Privet to the 35-yard line. Shamar Privet with his 3rd catch of the day. It'll be second down and 1, officially to the 36-yard line. Greensboro loving these quick passes here. This time they're going to hand it off to Westmoreland. Slips as he tries to get around left edge. He'll lose a yard, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and short. You can see the little pellets of turf kick up as he lost his footing. Greensboro working quickly, 2.5 to go in the first half. Third down and 1. Handoff, Westmoreland up the middle. He's got the first down and more as he spins down to the 30. That's going to be a gain of 6. Westmoreland up to 31 yards rushing. Greensboro would love to bleed this all the way down and have the final possession of the first half. Opportunity to take the lead. Fakes the handoff to Dykes, throws a screen to the right to Westmoreland. Westmoreland gets past a couple defenders, and he's going to slither his way down inside the 15-yard line. A little slow getting up, but it is a Greensboro first down. And we've gotten to the 2-minute warning. So we'll step aside. 1:55 to go, all tied at 9. Greensboro knocking on the door before the half on the Greensboro College Sports Network. .155 to go first half, and obviously Roanoke still with all 3 of their timeouts. Greensboro would love to bleed as much of this down as they could. It will be spotted at the 16, so Greensboro can still pick up one more first down. Altus with Dykes to his left, puts a man in motion. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, intercepted. It's tipped and intercepted inside the 10-yard line. No, they're going to say incomplete now. It was tipped, and then on the carom nearly intercepted. Greensboro's going to catch a little bit of a break there. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 1:50 to go. Altus hands this off to Dykes up the middle. Gain of a couple. There is a Roanoke defender slow to get up. And with an injury timeout, we will step aside as well. 1:39 to go, first half. Greensboro and Roanoke tied at 9. Third down here for Greensboro. Handoff to Dykes, trying to power his way up the middle. And that's going to be a first down for Greensboro. Dykes doesn't quite punch it in, but it's a fresh set of downs for the Pride. First down, goal to go. Goal to go. Easy enough for me to say. Right now, the game clock still running. 1:15 to go. Roanoke has not elected to burn a timeout, but I do think they are going to now. They do. So 1:13 to go. That was odd. It sure ran a lot of game clock there, but 1:13 to go. Maroons take their first timeout. 9-9 your score on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So following the Roanoke stoppage, it'll be 1:13 to go. First down and goal at the 2. Altus under center. Westmoreland the back. Handoff to Westmoreland. Squeaks through a hole. He's in. Touchdown. Westmoreland found just the tiniest sliver of daylight between the offensive linemen and powers it through. Greensboro retakes the lead. So PAT pending now for the Pride. There's the kick. That's blocked, and Roanoke could return it right back the other way. Have you ever seen 2 PATs blocked and returned for scores, not only in the same game, but how about back-to-back possessions? It is now 15-11 following the return PAT. Just when you think you've seen it all, you go to a D3 football game and you see a little bit more.
15-11 now, with just about a minute left.
Greensboro will kick off, 1:09 to go. Maroons have 2 timeouts with which to work with. Greensboro has scored now double digits in consecutive games.
The Pride will now kick off to the Maroons.
Which was something hard to come by the last couple of years, but offense certainly looks a little more potent today than in years past. The Pride up over 200 yards of offense. 204 first half yards for Greensboro. Roanoke has 88, but they have 69 seconds to add to that total. The kickoff is away, and that's going to be taken by Bratton. Bratton trying to work his way up the middle, past a couple on the coverage unit, but Greensboro is going to bring him down 37-yard line. That took 6 seconds off of the clock. So 1:03 now remaining in the first half. Roanoke with 2 timeouts.
First down on the Maroon 36.
Reminder, Ethan Sear is 1 for 2 in field goals today with a long of 33. Hill looking to throw near boundary. That pass incomplete, intended for Deal. Broken up by Jones.
Pass is complete. Correction, incomplete pass.
Larry Jones, the junior from Rocky Mount, on the coverage. 2nd down and 10.
Intended for Deal.
Game clock must not have run there. It still says 1:03. So in a way, the Maroons get a free play there. 2nd down and 10, in the sense of it didn't take any game clock. Pass complete to Deal this time in the middle of the field. He gets up to midfield to the 36-yard line. Check that, to the 50-yard line, gain of 14 from the 36-yard line. 50 seconds to play first half. Hill looking to throw. Here comes the pass rush. He gets away from one. Can he get away from a second? He does. Still scrambling, trying to push Deal down the sideline. Now Hill's going to take it himself. Works his way back up to the middle of the field, past the 40-yard line, or to the 40-yard line, where he's brought down. A gain of 9. They're going to give him 10 and a first down, which stops the clock for a moment at 37.2. Clock moving again, ball at the 40. Still probably need a couple first downs. This one skipped into his intended receiver. Now they're going to say he caught it. And now a timeout taken, 21 seconds to go. Certainly looked as if that skipped in, but they're going to give him about 4 yards on the carry, or on the catch rather. 21 seconds to go. Maroons take their second timeout. We'll take it with them into the first half when we come back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Second down at the 36-yard line. Second down and 6. Hill throwing this one just out of reach of his intended target, incomplete. Was looking for Kamari Garner, brings up third down and 6. Now we've got a stoppage here. I think the officials are looking something about the clock. It doesn't look like the clock ran again on that play. All right, now they've run a couple seconds off, so 18 seconds on the clock now. It'll be third down and 6. Longest field goal that Sears attempted, 37 yards, which means getting down to the 20-yard line, which is another 20 yards in 18 seconds. Again, not sure what his range is. That's just more or less what we've seen. Hill wanting to go deep, now works to the left side, fires this one towards the end zone. It is incomplete. Right now, I don't see any laundry. Palethorpe on the coverage, incomplete pass. There was definitely some contact there. I don't know that it was all one-sided, however, and a lot of times officials will let that go. And that appears to be the case here. It'll be fourth down and 10 at the 36. Offense stays out. 9.6 ticks to go. Fourth and 6 at the 36. Hill fires this one over the middle. That's complete. There is a flag. And, yeah, it's in the backfield, so probably coming back.
They missed it on the play before.
So it will back Roanoke close to midfield here. So it'll be fourth down at the 21-yard line. They're keeping the offense out there with 4.1 seconds to go. Most likely the final play of the first half. Greensboro with a 4-point lead. Hill with 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Drops back, looking to throw. Here comes the rush, a hold. And Hill fumbles the football. It's going to be recovered by Roanoke at the 50-yard line. Great job by Greensboro. That was Jesse again getting to him. Hill didn't see him from behind. Fumbles recovered by the Maroons, and that is how we go into the break. Greensboro with a 15-11 lead at the half on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Every college athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that like led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one pride, and these are our stories. It is damp. It is wet. The raindrops are thick, and under what better backdrop would we rather have the Soup Bowl be played? Greensboro and Guilford getting set for the 24th annual Soup Bowl, a contest the Greensboro Pride have not won since 2012. Football in the air, hello 2025. Kick taken back at the 5-yard line, working up towards the middle to the 20. He's got a little bit of a window to the 25 to the 30. He might go all the way to the house, down the sideline, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Pride! Sincere McIntyre to the house, and that is how you make a statement. 3rd down and goal, we'll call it from the 7-yard line. 3 receivers bunched up to the near side. Robles takes the snap a little bit low, dropping back, looking to his right. Now steps up in the pocket, gets away from one Greensboro defender, takes off to the left, he'll score. One second left on the clock in the first half. This will be about a 43-yard drive for Guilford. Snap spot, kick is up. It's going to be left. No good. And we go to the half all square at 7 here in the 24th annual Soup Bowl. And Greensboro is sending out Josh Sims here. In the 8, Greensboro's got to find a way to punch this one in. To take a commanding lead. Sims looking to throw, fires this one. He's got his man, Dykes, touchdown! The Pride take a lead late in the 3rd quarter. Dykes sneaking out of the backfield. Sims under center, puts Prevet in motion, dropping back, rolling to his right, now tries to fire across. He's got a man wide open! Greensboro about to win the Soup Bowl for the first time since 2012. Following the turnover, Greensboro can pretty much run out the clock. 1:13 to go, and Guilford can only stop it once. 40 30-second threshold. Now he's ready. Sims takes a knee. And it doesn't look like the Quakers are going to stop the clock. For the first time since 2012, Greensboro College has won the Soup Bowl. Bring that trophy back across town. The Pride start 1-0. It is halftime here at Pride Field. Greensboro leading it 15-11 at the break time now for a look at what else is going on around the USA South. Only one other game is in progress right now. North Carolina Wesleyan and Apprentice. That game they must be delayed. I think it's Apprentice's home opener, and so that game is officially not started yet under some sort of delay there in Newport News. Still to come this afternoon, Hendricks on the road at Huntington. That kicking off in about 20-some minutes, as is Brevard at Sewanee. Later this evening at 6 o'clock, Southern Virginia at Averett and Guilford at Methodist. Then at 7 o'clock, Belhaven on the road at Trinity, and Barry takes on LaGrange at 7:30. We'll step aside. We'll take a look at some first-half numbers and some thoughts going forward for Greensboro. It is halftime. Pride lead it 15-11. Looking to go 2-0 for the first time since 2003 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Halftime at Pride Field. Greensboro leading Roanoke 15-11 at the break in the first ever matchup between these two teams. Kendrick Fruits here with you, and I'm joined now by our producer turned analyst, Mike Richards of the baseball team. And Mike, you want to see something weird at a football game, I think just go to a D3 game.
Of course, Kendrick. First half was very interesting. I will say that part of the game with the back-to-back PAT returns for the two-point conversions was definitely interesting. But I will say I feel like Greensboro definitely dodged some bullets there with the turnovers they had in the half, and the fact that they were able to get some points off that QB fumble that Roanoke returned for a touchdown was very important. I think for the Pride, I think they'll be fine. They just need to take care of the ball. I mean, their offense has been good. They've been moving the ball. Defense has bent a couple times but has not broke, and obviously the missed field goal was huge for the special teams. But I say definitely a close game here. See what happens in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you were here last year. You saw the year unfold much like I did. And, you know, it's interesting kind of watching. We've seen Sims for, you know, a half last week plus a possession or two here. We've seen Altus for, maybe a half plus almost a full game now. And it still seems like it's a wide open quarterback battle between the two. Both of them have some strengths. Both of them have some weaknesses. But one of the things I saw, especially on that last scoring drive for Greensboro, it seems like the offense works the best when they work with tempo and they're not taking a lot of time in between the plays. Altus, when he was faking the handoff and throwing quick out into the flat, it seemed to be when Greensboro was working the best offensively.
Yes, of course. With the quarterback battle, you just got to give it to whoever has the hot hand. I'll also say I've been very impressed by the lack of offensive penalties for the Pride today. I feel like that's been a big problem in the past, and they've done a great job today with that. The offense has been very in sync, which allowed them to drive down the field pretty well.
Yeah, it's great. It's big that you mentioned that, actually. 8 penalties, 69 yards for Roanoke, 3 penalties, 20 yards for Greensboro. One of the other big things today that I think has played well into Greensboro's favor, although nobody is necessarily run away with it, no pun intended, but it's the fact that it seems like they found the running game that they were missing last week against Guilford. Averaged 1.7 yards per carry last week, averaging 3.4 today, which isn't going to blow anybody away necessarily, but the fact is that Corey Dykes has 40 yards and a touchdown. Westmoreland has 36 and a touchdown, and they've got enough of a running game to keep the defense from being able to stack the box and expect a pass.
Of course, yeah, I think running game is very important, and they've done a great job today, especially in that second quarter there. With the passing game, I think it's going to be a little bit of who's got the hot hand. Once again, like I said earlier, I just think if they can keep mixing it like they have, obviously they can't become one-dimensional. I think they'll be fine. And because Roanoke's, they have a pretty decent defense. It's just the fact that, sometimes the turnovers have killed the Pride. That's the big problem. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
Yeah, it's been an injury bug to bite Greensboro in the past, and a couple of interceptions from Josh Sims in the first quarter. We all knew coming into this year defense was going to be the strong suit, and very much so today. I've been impressed by the pass rush that Greensboro's been able to generate. Jesse with 2 sacks today. Zaire Ray has 1.5. Holman has 1. And Bennett has a half sack, so they've had no problems getting to the quarterback today.
Of course, yeah, that's always important. I will say Roanoke quarterback's done a great job today avoiding the blitz. Obviously, he's gone out a couple times, but the Pride's pressure is definitely messing up the rhythm for Roanoke, which has been great to see. Obviously, they haven't really got any turnovers off it, but they have really disrupted it. So I just think if they can continue to do that and not let the quarterback be comfortable, I think they will have a great second half.
Last question here for you, Mike, as we talk about second half adjustments and what kind of things that Greensboro needs to do in the second half. Obviously, you're thrilled to go into the locker rooms with the lead, but you got to make some changes in the second half. What do you think those look like?
Yeah, I just say definitely keep taking care of the ball. Obviously, the one Roanoke touchdown they had early in the second quarter was off of a QB fumble, and that was the play before the QB also fumbled as well. So I would just say let's take care of the ball. I think you should definitely consider yourself a little lucky to be winning right now after all that. But that being said, if they clean it up, they're in a really good spot for the second half.
Well, Mike Richards, a successful analyst debut for you here today. And with that, we'll step aside one more time and we'll take a look at the first half numbers when we come back. It's halftime at Pride Field. Greensboro leads at 15-11 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride.
We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that like led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one Pride, and these are our stories.
Greensboro College, Greensboro College, welcome home to Greensboro College. Welcome home to Greensboro College.
About a minute and a half before second half action gets underway. So with that, we will take a look at some of your first half statistics, starting with your team numbers. First downs go to Greensboro 13-8. The Pride with 79 yards rushing, good for a 3.4 yard average. Roanoke 34 yards rushing, good for 1.9. Their numbers on the first half. Total yards for Greensboro 204, good for 4.7 per play. Roanoke does get over the century mark, 112 yards per play, 2.9 their average. Roanoke had 2 interceptions off of Josh Sims. Greensboro did not record any interceptions. The Pride, though, 4 fumbles, including 2 botched snaps. They lost 2 fumbles. Roanoke coughed it up twice, did not lose a fumble. Maroons 8 penalties for 69 yards. Greensboro 3 penalties for 20 yards. Greensboro had possession 14 minutes, 32 seconds. The Maroons had it for 15-28. Individually today, Cam Hill for the Maroons goes 8 of 20 in the first half for 78 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Leading rusher for Roanoke was Miller. Tyson Miller with 6 carries for 27 yards, 4.5 the average there. Polo Hill, 3 carries for 12 yards and a 4-yard average. Hill, 8 carries minus 4 when you factor in the sack yardage with that as well. Garner, the leading receiver, 3 catches for 29 yards. Deal, 2 catches, 18 yards. Chiswick, 1 catch for 16 yards. Defensively for Roanoke, Thompson and Mapstone combining on a sack. Altizer and Waldron with the interceptions. For Greensboro, Altus 8 of 14, 94 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Josh Sims 2 of 6, 31 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Corey Dykes 11 carries, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. Westmoreland, 8 carries for 36 yards on a score. Sims, 1 carry, 13 yards. And Altus, 1 carry for -7. Shamar Privet, 3 catches, 43 yards. KJ Brown, 4 catches, 39 yards. Westmoreland hauled in 2 passes for 29. And Coy Davis, 1 catch for 14 yards. Defensively, Jesse with 2 sacks. Zaire Ray with 1.5, 1 for Holman and a half sack for Bennett. Passes broken up by Jones and Marcus. Will Palethorpe leading Greensboro with 4 total tackles. Davis for Roanoke with 8. That's a quick rundown of your first half numbers. We're ready to get the second half underway. 15 fresh ones on the clock. Third quarter about to start. Pride lead it by 4, and they will boot it away. What's turned into a breezy afternoon here in Greensboro. Here's the kick. It is short and out of bounds. Legal procedure against Greensboro, and that's going to be a mistake here for the Pride to start the second half. Not the way that you want to start. So that will give Roanoke great field position to start the second half. At the 35-yard line. Just to follow up from earlier, they finally, I guess they may have had an issue with the game cast, as Hill will hand this one off to Miller on first down for maybe 2 yards. They finally gotten their game cast up, and North Carolina Wesleyan has a 28-7 lead over Apprentice. 7:30 to play in the first half of that one. 3 rushing touchdowns from Nahir Seagraves right now. 15 carries, 82 yards, and 3 scores. We'll have another scoreboard report for you later in the contest and again in the post-game show. Second down, we'll call it 8. Man in motion for the Maroons. Another handoff to Miller, trying to muscle his way for a couple. And he will get about 6 yards. Tackle made by Jay Law, the linebacker who had 2 interceptions last week against Guilford, including the one that sealed it in the final stages of that contest. Third down and 3 at the 42. Hill dropping to throw, looking to his right, now looking left, fires this one over the middle. He's got a man, it's caught inside the 20-yard line. A gain of about 28 yards on the play. And that will be a Roanoke first down. That was Garner, who pretty much doubled his afternoon's yardage total from 29 to should be in the neighborhood of about 56, 57 yards following that catch. Fakes the handoff there, does Hill, rolls out to his right, fires this one into the end zone. That one is always dropped. The interception by Jones was dropped on a pass that was floated up there by Hill, underthrew his receiver. Actually, that wasn't Jones on the coverage. That was Khalil Marcus. But an underthrown pass from Cam Hill. He's lucky that wasn't going the other way. Second down and 10, 13:32 to go. Polo Hill standing to the right of Cam Hill, puts him out in motion now to the near side. Dropping back, looking left, fires this one. That is intercepted. Receiver turned the wrong way, and Greensboro comes away with their first interception of the contest. Gardner turned to the left. Hill threw it to the right. Miscommunication between quarterback and receiver. And the interception was made by Tyler Lee Thaxton, the sophomore from Durham. So Greensboro will start things here on offense for the first time in the second half. Thaxton with his first career interception. Made a handful of tackles last year, but that was his first interception of his career. And again, Chase Altus will handle the quarterbacking duties, 8 of 14 in the first half for 94 yards. Puts a man in motion, fires this one incomplete, was looking for Privet, threw behind him. It'll be second down and 10. We talked about each quarterback kind of having their strengths for Greensboro. Sims, the mobility. And I think he's got a little bit better awareness of the rush. Altus certainly has the arm strength. Second down 10. Ball at the 10-yard line. This one a handoff. Bouncing this one to the outside, Westmoreland. Oh, a nice cut there. Westmoreland's got a little bit of speed up to the 30-yard line. He's going to be taken down at the 31. Pickup of about 21 yards for Westmoreland. And Greensboro picking up their biggest chunk of yardage, at least on the ground today. So Westmoreland now at about 50, we'll call them 55 yards rushing. Roanoke getting a sideline warning there. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 31. Two receivers far side. Altus going to hand this one off again. It's Westmoreland slicing through a couple defenders, gets away from another couple tackles, cross midfield to the 45 to the 43. A big run for Westmoreland, and all of a sudden he is finding yardage in big chunks. There is an injured Maroon back behind the play. Another big carry for Greensboro. Another first down. And we will step aside here with an injured player. 12:46 to go first down for Greensboro at the 43-yard line. Third quarter action will resume when we come back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Westmoreland up to 83 yards rushing after that scamper of 22 yards. Altus throwing this one out in the flat, leveled in the backfield was Coy Davis. He's been hit hard a couple of times today. In on the tackle is Tandem Smith, the sophomore from Wytheville. It'll be second down and 13. Altus with a couple receivers both ways. Fakes the handoff, will fire this one. He's got his man caught at the 40-yard line. Caught by Westmoreland at the 40. To the, we'll say gain of, I don't know, gain of 5 or 6 there. It'll be third down and 7 officially, so they'll give him 6 yards. Altus with it, dropping back, looking left, fires this one short, nearly intercepted by Smith. And that'll bring up fourth down and 7. Greensboro 0 for 1 on fourth down today, but right now Altus is staying out. Both teams with some personnel shifts. And now the offense, well, looked like they took a couple of steps over towards the sideline. Play clock down to 16, and Alta's coming back to call the shots here. So Greensboro leaving the offense out here. 10 seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds now. 4th down and 7. Fakes the handoff. Altus unloads going deep towards the near sideline. And again, can't see because of that tent, but I believe it's incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs. The tent here on the sidelines playing good defense as far as shielding us away from being able to see. Much like the defense, a good defense there by Roanoke. So 11:01 to go. The ball at the Maroon 40. Hill puts a man in motion. We'll hand this off. Up the middle, Miller's got a little room to run. Spins off a tackle, crosses midfield, goes down to the 47-yard line. A gain of 17 for Miller. Give him 47 now on the afternoon. It's Tyson Miller getting the carry again here on 1st down. This time, much less traction. Gain of maybe a yard to the 46. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. Two receivers to the near side. Chiswick and Deal, one to the far. Chiswick goes in motion. Hill with the handoff again to Miller. 3rd straight carry for him. Gain of 2. Dragged down by Law. And it will be 3rd down and we'll call it 7. Kind of in a similar situation from Greensboro earlier where if they don't get the 1st down here, most likely going for it. So kind of allows you to have some options offensively. Hill with the snap with an empty backfield. Throws that one through the hands of his intended receiver, intercepted. This is going back the other way. Taken to the 30-yard line, but I think the ball might have come out at the end. I think Roanoke has recovered a fumble. Yes, so Greensboro makes an interception, fumbles on the return. Roanoke will end up with possession. Back at about the 30-yard line. Hill's pass went right through the hands of his intended receiver. Greensboro sent it back to the 30 and coughed it right back up. So Roanoke loses about 25 yards, but they maintain possession and get a 1st down. Handoff to Polo Hill, goes right side, and he picks up 7 yards 1st down. Or check that on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 3. So Hill has now thrown 2 interceptions today. 9 of 24 passing. Takes the snap, hands this one off. Again to Polo Hill, maybe a yard. 3rd down and 2 coming, maybe 3rd down and 3. We'll see if they give him forward progress of a yard. They do, 3rd down and 2. So is Jarrell Thomas on the interception, picking up his first of 2025. And it will set up third down for Roanoke as we approach 8 minutes to go third quarter. Hill puts a man in motion. He'll hand this off to Miller. Miller's going to have the first down to the 45. Gain of 4. Miller's got 55 on the ground. Did notice just a moment ago, looked like freshman quarterback Eli Taylor was throwing on the sidelines. He isn't anymore, but certainly something that is apparently being entertained by the Maroons. And we've got a stoppage here, 7:27 to go. There's been quite a bit of conversations amongst the officials today. We kicked off a little bit early, a couple minutes before noon. So we're a little over I'd say about 2 hours, 10 minutes or so into this game. Greensboro pointing at a couple of players on the other side. Not sure if maybe there's another substitution issue. All right, whatever that was appears to be sorted out. And we're ready to go again. First down and 10 at the 45. Hill goes in motion, handoff here. Up the middle again, it's Miller. He's got room to run before being upended at the other 45-yard line, gain of 10. And now Miller starting to find a little success running up the middle. "72 yards rushing as a team for Roanoke here today. They gave him 9 officially. So second down and 1. Hill takes the snap. Handoff again to Miller. Works right-hand side before he's wrestled down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 6, and it's another first down. Larry Jones helping on the tackle. They end up giving him to the 38-yard line. So first down for Roanoke, putting together a nice drive following the interception and fumble. Hill throws this one near side to Deal, gets past 1, now past a second. He's going to be brought down at the right around the 20, I believe, a little bit inside the 20. It'll be a gain of close to 20. They're going to call it 20 exactly, so first down and 10 to the 18. 5.5 to go third quarter. Pride lead by 4. 2 to the far side and 1 receiver near side. Polo Hill standing to the right of Cam Hill on first down. Man in motion, Chiswick. Dropping back Hill, throwing, end zone, incomplete. And a late flag comes out. I think that's going to be pass interference on Greensboro. Deal, the intended receiver. And I think PI coming against the green and white. And the officials are going to have another conversation. we should see that here momentarily. So Greensboro with their 4th penalty of the contest. And this one's going to move the ball up for Roanoke, and they're going to have a very good setup here at the 9-yard line. And now another stoppage, and another official's going to come running in. No pace to this third quarter whatsoever. Every other play's got a stoppage and a conversation being had. Hill 10 of 26, 140 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Receivers bunched to the far side. One-on-one on the near side. Hill fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, behind his man, but still caught anyways. That's Gardner in the end zone, touchdown. Cam Hill throws it behind Gardner. Great job by the wide receiver adjusting his body to turn around and make that catch. And the Maroons go back in front. Gardner, 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Here comes the PAT, which has been no sure thing today. Both teams have returned a blocked kick for a score, so don't just assume the point. .508 to play third quarter. Snap, spot, kick. This time it is good. We have a new score, 5:08 to play third quarter. Roanoke regains the lead 18-15 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So the Roanoke drive goes 8 plays, 65 yards, taking up 3:02. Best kickoff of the day going to Shamar Privet. Almost lost it for a moment. Trying to work his way up the middle. Privet hit hard around the 16-yard line. And Greensboro will set up here at 5:03 to play third quarter. Chase Altus, 10 of 19, 97 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. Kaiwan Westmoreland, 10 carries, 83 yards, the leading rusher today. Altus will feed him here on first down, and he finds more room to run before finally being stacked up around the, we'll see where they spot it. Just past the 20, it looks like, so a gain of about 5. It was actually Curry Dykes in the backfield. Now Dykes cutting to his left, makes one man miss, can't make the second miss. And it'll be third down and medium. Injured Roanoke player on the far side. Tackle made by Braden Andrews, the sophomore from Troutville, Virginia. 3rd down and 5. Andrews already up and walking off of the field. 4:26 to go, 3rd quarter. Greensboro has looked good in spurts and not so good in spurts, kind of similar to last week. But find themselves very much in it here today. And what in some instances has kind of been a bit of a back and forth affair. Roanoke's been a tough team. Third down and 5, handoff up the middle. Dykes for a few. Maybe to the 24-yard line or so. It'll be 4th down, and Greensboro will punt. Guy Gallardi for his 2nd punt of the day. First punt went 36 yards. Standing back to return about the 45-yard line. Clock running 3:40. There is no play clock currently. And Gallardi shanks the punt. Scooped up at the 49-yard line by Roanoke. Down to the 45 is where it's taken. That's Swanson. So Gallardi's punt ends up going about 26 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Maroons. .326 to go, 3rd quarter. So Cam Hill, after his first passing touchdown of the game, heads back out. That was his 2nd of the year. 1st down and 10 at the Greensboro 45, 1 man in motion. Hill takes the snap, hands this off to Miller again. Miller for about 2 yards on the carry. He found more success his last drive. Miller now 15 carries, 68 yards. Just a little bit over 4 yards per touch. Holman on the tackle, 2nd down and 8. Man in motion. Hill throws far side. That's going to be caught by a diving receiver at about the 40-yard line. That's going to be Garner making his 6th catch. Sets up about 3rd down and 5 at the 40. Maroons 4 out of 13 on 3rd downs today. Just under 30%. Hill looking to throw, throws it in the flat. He's got his man, it's Deal, caught 1st down. And we're under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Looks like the play clock's just not on now. 1:40 to go in the quarter. Miller works right-hand side. He's brought down after a minimal gain, a couple yards. 1.5 minutes to play now. Second down and 8, ball spotted at the 30. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Approaching the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Hill fakes the handoff, wants to air this one out to Deal far sideline, in and out of his hands, can't hold on to it. Good coverage there by Greensboro, but Deal drops the pass. I think that's his second or third drop today. They've gone his way a couple of times, not been able to always haul it in. 56 seconds to go. Hill takes the snap, fires this in the flat to Polo Hill. He's dropped in the backfield. Was that Palethorpe again? Yes, sir, it was. A big tackle on third down for Palethorpe. And the Maroons are going to have to punt it away. So Greensboro to get the ball back to start the fourth quarter following this punt. And the snap low. He's got to scoop it up off the ground. High punt. And it's going to be caught just in front of the end zone. Good punt there for the Maroons. 2.8 seconds to go on the third quarter clock.
Ball spotted on the 2-yard line.
.8 to go. Greensboro backed up at their own 2-yard line. Handoff here. Maybe a gain of a couple. And that will be how the third quarter comes to an end. .15 minutes to play. Greensboro trails by 3, 18-15 your score on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So a 3-yard run to end the third quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Greensboro backed up to their own 5-yard line. Westmoreland 86 yards on 11 carries. First down for Greensboro. First down and 10. Altus looking to throw. Throws behind Privet. It's intercepted. The pass tipped by Shamar Privet, taken inside the 5-yard line. Altus's pass behind Privet was tipped. And intercepted by Waldron, Greensboro's third interception thrown today. So it'll be first down and goal or so at about the 10. So first down and goal. Looks like, yeah, I was trying to see if they could, in fact, get to another first down inside the 1. They will not. So first and goal. Hill has Miller with him at the 10-yard line, looking to throw. And that is caught, back corner, and that's a touchdown. So a touchdown pass there, 10 yards. So Hill with his third touchdown pass, or second touchdown pass rather, of the contest. Didn't see who the receiver was. Again, the tent in the way. But a PAT coming, which is good. We have a new score. Roanoke now with a couple of touchdowns in a row. 25-15 the score. 4:10 to go, fourth quarter on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So penalty enforced on the kickoff means that Roanoke will be kicking from the 50-yard line. Greensboro now down 10, 14-10 to play.
Kicker will be 30, Ethan Serra.
This kick going deep through the back of the end zone, touchback. So we'll see what Greensboro is able to do offensively. Can they bounce back from that turnover? Interested to see who comes out from a quarterback position as well. At the 25-yard line, it will be, I think they made a quarterback change. I think that's Josh Sims back in the game. So Sims checks back in, 2 of 6 in the first half, couple interceptions. And again, it's kind of like what Mike Richards was saying at halftime. It's the quarterback with the hot hand. Or in this case, maybe the quarterback with the least cold hand. This one handed off up the middle. Good run on first down to the 35-yard line, to the 30-yard line, rather, gain of about 5 yards. So 5 yards on the carry. Greensboro is a team, 150 yards rushing. What a difference a week makes there. Westmoreland is approaching 100 yards on the day. Handoff to Westmoreland to the outside. He is rung up near the line of scrimmage. Could put him right at 100. And Greensboro player down. I hope that isn't Westmoreland. I hope it's not. You hate to see anybody down, but Westmoreland, I think, is slow to get up. And so while they're tending to him, we will step aside again. Third down coming up on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Snap, looking to throw. He's going to go to the near boundary. Long stretch pass, incomplete, looking for Privet. Just a little bit out of Privet's reach. It'll be 4th down and 5. So Greensboro's offense stalling for the 3rd consecutive possession. So Greensboro to punt it away. Gallardi, a punt of, 26 yards his last time. High snap. Gallardi fumbles the snap, and he's going to be leveled back at the 15-yard line. Greensboro has picked the worst possible time to go cold on offense and special teams. Big turnover on downs and a short field for Roanoke. So the Maroons are going to have about 20 yards with which they need to do business. Cam Hill, 15 of 32, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Leading receiver Garner, 6 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Bratton, moments ago, caught the most recent score, 1 catch for 10 yards for him. Wrap everything up following the Greensboro College Pride postgame, or in the Pride postgame. We'll get you set for what we have coming up on the road against Davidson next week. We've got women's soccer here tomorrow against Barry. We'll be bringing you that action at noon with the Pride pregame at 11:45 right here from Pride Field. And we'll be bringing you a radio-only call next week at Davidson. Excited to make the trip down there and take on an FCS opponent for football. First down and 10, officially at the 15-yard line. Looks like they moved it. It was originally the 20. Handoff to Miller, bounces from the middle to the right-hand side. Miller for a couple. Close of 5 yards, or close to 5 yards. Actually, they're going to give him 7, brings up second down and 3. Miller, 70 yards rushing today. Hill is a man in motion. Handoff to Miller again. Sneaks through a couple defenders and now burrowing ahead. Let's see if he got enough for the first down. It's going to be third down here. Third down and 3, so no gain on that carry. Oh, no, they did give him enough for the first down. Again, our depth perception not great here. They gave him just enough for the first down. Miller drilled in the backfield. Almost the second that Hill handed it off to him, he was absolutely leveled in the backfield. A big play by the Greensboro defense. Just trying to do whatever they can do to stop the bleeding here. If you could hold Roanoke to a field goal, that would be, I don't know, huge may even be an understatement, but you got to figure out your offense at this point, but it would be huge for the defense. Which you think about the way the Roanoke has scored recently, they've had a couple of short fields to work with. Second down and goal from the 10. Fakes the handoff to Hill, throw towards the end zone. He's got his man, touchdown. No, they're going to say short. I thought he got in. They're going to mark him just short. Again, the tent is obstructing our view. I hate to make excuses, but I don't know what to tell you. Handoff, or no, Hill's going to keep it himself. Touchdown. Quarterback keeper from the 2-yard line. And there is a flag. That flag came out so quick, I almost want to say it was a pre-snap foul. We'll see. Waiting here on some sort of confirmation one way or the other. If the play stands, it'll be 31-15. And it looks like it will stand. Touchdown. So Greensboro has imploded here in the second half. They have given up 20 straight points since halftime. .51 to go in the contest. And this will make it a 17-point game. Snap, spot, kick is up. And it's good. New score, 10:51 to go. 32-15 Roanoke over Greensboro on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast.
So Privet and I believe it's McIntyre back to, or Carr rather, back to return. Privet's going to have it. Well, he'll fumble. Now he's recovered it, working his way back up the middle to the 20, 23-yard line. Greensboro has got to find a way to get something going here on offense. Last couple of drives for the Pride have ended turnover on downs. And really, this is the entire second half. Turnover on downs, punt, interception, turnover on downs. So the Pride and really when you split the numbers up a little bit more, even first half, second half, Greensboro had just 2 first downs in the third quarter, 1 in the fourth, so 3 first downs rather in the second half, after picking up 13 first downs in the first half. So 10:51 to go. And it'll be Sims again as the quarterback. Greensboro 12 of 27. 134 rush yards, 128 pass yards. And minimal gain, if anything, there on a screen pass to Davis. It'll set up second down. Sims to throw. Looks to his left, fires this one over the middle. Caught this time, there's a flag. Sims was hit hard. I think that's going to be extra yardage at the end of that play on a late hit on the quarterback. So it'll be a completed pass for Greensboro plus another 15 as Sims picked himself up late. Hit was on Gavin Thompson, the defensive lineman from Kannapolis. So first down now for the Pride to the 41-yard line. Three receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Sims steps up to bark out some instructions. Now he's going to hand this off to Westmoreland. Westmoreland's got his 100 yards. He's got more to the 50. Westmoreland to the 30-yard line. He's got a couple to beat to the 20, to the 10. He cuts inside. Touchdown. 59 yards, and Greensboro is inching their way right back in it. Well, you talk about shifting momentum. I don't know if you can do it much better than that. So that will make it currently an 11-point lead for Roanoke. PAT pending to make it 10. Although, hang on, let's hold up for a minute. The officials are conversing. And whatever that conversation was about, not going to impact the play here as we're going to get ready for the PAT. Oh, there's an injured player on the far side. That's what it was. Injured Roanoke player on the far side. So waiting on the injured Roanoke player, who's number 52, Charlie Davis. Not only did Greensboro find a way to pick up a much-needed score there, they did it quickly, too. This to make it a 10-point game. Snap, spot, kick is up. And it's good. We have a new score, 9:54 to go. Roanoke 32, Greensboro 22 on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
Greensboro College. To Greensboro College. To Greensboro College. To Greensboro College.
So following the 60-yard Westmoreland run, by the way, 15 carries, 161 yards, and 2 touchdowns for him now. Having a fantastic afternoon. Greensboro to kick it away. Good kickoff. Inside the 10-yard line. Cut back up the middle and brought down at the 28. Kick return by KJ Bratton. So it'll be first down at officially the 29. 9:37 to go. Pride down 10. Greensboro's able to get a quick stop on defense here. That could certainly continue shifting things in the favor of the green and white. Or I guess in this case, the green and black. 9:37 to play. Hill hands this off. No, fakes the handoff to Miller. It's an end around to Bratton. Had me fooled there for a minute. Did not fool the Greensboro defense. They snuffed it out. No gain on the play. Maybe even a loss of a yard or so. Second down as we approach 9 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Hill again puts a man in motion. Hands this one off to Miller. Miller tries to cut back to the left after finding limited to no traction on the right. Gain of about 2. It'll be third down and long. We'll call it 8 yards at the 31. Greensboro would love the 3 and out here. With Jalen Wilson getting credit for that tackle. 8.5 to play. Hill takes the snap, rolls to his left, fires this one towards the sideline. Deal makes the catch. And it's just at the marker for a first down. So a Roanoke first down on 3rd down and 8. Deal makes his 6th catch of the game. 6 catches, we'll say 52 yards. And the Maroons can continue to eat up a little bit of clock here. Handoff Miller. Miller's found a big hole to run through. Gets past a couple defenders. Finally wrapped up at the 44. A big gaping run there for Miller. He's going to go close to 100 yards now. That's a gain of 16. That'll put him at 95 yards on the game. So both teams very strong RB1 performances today. Another first down for the Maroons. Chiswick in motion, handoff again Miller. This time stuffed after a gain of 1. And a Greensboro player slow to get up. That is Zaire Ray, who gets up a little gimpy, but he does jog off to the sidelines. 2nd down and 8. Clock running again, 6:45 and counting. One receiver to the near side, bunched to the far. Handoff this time to Polo Hill to the right. He tries to cut back inside, maybe to the 40, 39-yard line or so. Gain of 3 at the most. So that'll be setting up about 3rd down and 5 or 6. They're going to mark him at the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 5, we'll call it. First down would be made at the 40 or at the 34. Third down 5. Hill, a delayed handoff to Polo Hill. Trying to churn ahead, not going to get a ton. Maybe a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 4th down and about 3 or 4. And for the moment, the offense staying out there as we continue to see the clock wind down under 5.5 now. Offense stays out on what will be 4th down, and we'll call it 3. Greensboro almost jumped. Hill puts a man in motion. And timeout called by Roanoke. Tried to get Greensboro to jump, almost successful in that, but they'll have to burn a timeout here on 4th and 3. They'll talk it over. 5:01 to play. Pride down 10 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. The Maroons are going to go for it on 4th down and 3 following the timeout. 5:01 to play. Here's the handoff. Miller up the middle. He's not going to get there. Greensboro stuffed him. And it'll be a turnover on downs. I was just talking to Mike Richards a moment ago. We were both expressing a little bit of surprise they didn't punt it, at least to pin Greensboro deep and force the Pride to eat some more clock on their march down the field. But instead, Greensboro's going to get the ball about their own 39, their own 36-yard line with 4:55 to play. Josh Sims still in the game at quarterback. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Fires this out in the flat to Westmoreland. Working out to the side. He's got the first down. Tripped up past the 50-yard line to the 48-yard line, we'll call it. They're going to give him the 47. That'll be a gain of 17 on the completion. So Westmoreland with his third catch. He's got 46 yards in the air and 161 yards on the ground. 200 all-purpose yards for Westmoreland. Working himself into Athlete of the Week consideration. Although he's bottled up here on 1st down and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to churn away, approaching 4 minutes. Sims takes the snap, hands us off. Westmoreland again, barreling inside the 40-yard line to the 39, gain of 8. It'll be 4th down, 3rd down and 2. Greensboro working quickly. Another handoff, Westmoreland. Up the middle again, he's got the first down inside the 35 to the 34. Three and a half to play. Greensboro working quickly. Sims takes the snap, throws in the flat, and drilled is the intended receiver. Incomplete pass. There is a flag. And I think this is going to go against the Maroons for legal substitution. The pass intended, I believe, for Brown. But after the illegal substitution, it moves Greensboro inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 3:23 to play. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Pride down 10. Sims working to his left. Nothing there. Josh will be lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Three minutes to play. Handoff, no, fakes the handoff to Westmoreland. They've got Privet far side. Shamar Privet cutting to the inside. He's going to be near the 15-yard line, I believe. It's a first down for Greensboro. Sims working quickly, takes the snap, fires again. Privet outside. He's tackled immediately inside the 10-yard line. I tell you what, this Greensboro offense works better with pace. 2.5 to go. Pride down 10. Sims takes the snap again, this time working other side. That one complete. To Jones, I believe. On the tackle, or on the catch. Two minutes, 5 seconds. And we're about to hit the 2-minute warning now. Greensboro in scoring position with 2 minutes to go, but the problem is they need 2 scores. So we'll step aside. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Pride down 10 on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
I just really felt like I was a person, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that
So following the 2-minute warning, it is second down and goal, ball at the 8. Sims and Westmoreland in the backfield. Sims takes the snap. Handoff Westmoreland, who's tripped up. No, I think he slipped himself. Nobody even touched him. Westmoreland goes down in the backfield. Turf Monster got him there, and Greensboro will burn a timeout. 1:51 to play. A reminder, the post-game show coming up here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Tomorrow, women's soccer back in action, looking to bounce back after their first loss of the season last night. They'll take on Berry tomorrow at noon with a 11:45 time for the Pride pregame show. And, of course, we'll get the thoughts of Coach Mike Johnston and Shea Brennan, who I'm happy to report appears to be good to go after departing yesterday with an injury. We got soccer and volleyball both on Wednesday, September 17th, and then next weekend we're going to be heading down to Davidson as Greensboro College football takes on an FCS opponent. We'll have a radio call for that. Of course, we'll get to that as the usual ways off of the YouTube page, the Greensboro College Athletics website. Here we go, third down and goal from the 12. Sims to throw. Lobs it, back corner of the end zone, and incomplete flag. The defender never turned around. This is going to be pass interference, and it's going to be a good call because he did not turn around to play the ball. Waldron is going to be called for pass interference. And that's going to put Greensboro knocking on the doorstep here with 1:46 to go. Yeah, Waldron did not turn around to even look at the ball. He just blanketed his intended receiver, or the intended receiver. So it should set Greensboro up with a great opportunity. Problem is, you've also got to score quickly. You've got to recover the onside kick. And you've got one timeout left. So the ball's going to be spotted at the 2. Westmoreland in the backfield. Can he punch it in for touchdown number 3? Timeout. Looks like Roanoke is going to take their second timeout. And so we'll take it with them. 1:46 to go. Greensboro still trying to punch it in. Down 10 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. First down and goal. Sims hands off Westmoreland, trying to sneak through. I don't think he did. Nope. Maybe a yard. Clock continuing to run. Worst case scenario for Greensboro. Second down. Again a handoff, and again he's not going to get there. Westmoreland again stopped. But Greensboro needs to get the ball back, so you really can't afford to use a timeout. But I think now Coach Card has no choice, and he will take the timeout. 1:13 to play, third down and goal. Greensboro still trying to punch it in. Down 10 on the Pride Sports Network. Third down and goal. 1:13 to play. Greensboro is now out of timeouts. They need to score. They need to get the ball back. As this one thrown and almost intercepted. So forget about getting the ball back. They just need to score. Almost wonder if you send the field goal unit out here just to get some points. They are not. They're going to elect to keep the offense out. So if they don't score here, it will be a two-possession game, and they cannot stop the clock. Sims in the gun. Two receivers far side. He's got Westmoreland to his right. Now he puts a man in motion. Takes the snap, handoff Westmoreland. No, he fakes it, and a pass out to the side, tackled short. A jarring hit for Roanoke, just short of the end zone. Gain of 1, and Greensboro will not have their first 2-0 start since 2003. The ball's at the 1, so they can't run out, or they can't take a knee. They're going to have to move the ball forward a little bit. So Roanoke's going to have to move this forward just a bit. You could do it once, get enough yards, and maybe take a knee from there and call it an afternoon. Greensboro almost jumped. Hill with a hard count. Here's the handoff. And I think they are going to have enough yards now where they can take a knee and be done. So the brand new Roanoke Maroons, with a football team again for the first time since the 1940s, about to go to 2-2. Greensboro's going to fall to 1-1 with a date with Davidson next week. All right. So a knee from Hill. That should do it. I don't think they have to snap it again. They will not. Final 10 seconds bleed off the clock. And after a thrilling win last week, Greensboro is not going to repeat the feat today. Final score, Roanoke 32, Greensboro 22. We will step aside and get an updated look at the final stats when we come back. Pride Postgame on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
Every college athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that like led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one Pride, and these are our stories.
And we welcome you into the Pride Postgame Show on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Greensboro falls in their home opener, 32-22, the final score in favor of the visiting Roanoke Maroons. We'll take a look at the scoring summary, first half stats, and out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll wrap things up with some analysis here before calling it a afternoon. So, the way things go down from a scoring standpoint, Greensboro gets on the board first. Check that. I'm in the wrong quarter. Why don't I start looking in the right quarter? But they did actually get things going first. No, they didn't. I'm sorry. A Ethan Sear field goal, 33 yards, made it 3-0 Roanoke. Greensboro would take the lead on a Kareem Dykes 6-yard touchdown run. Regan Sawyer's kick good, 7-3 your score. You say, why do you bother talking about the extra point? That's going to be a big deal later, I promise, when you listen to the rest of this scoring summary. Later on in the quarter, a fumble from Chase Altus was hit on a sack, fumbled it in the end zone, recovered by Zaire Brown, made it 9-7 Roanoke, but the extra point was blocked and returned for a touchdown, 9-9 the score. That was Jarrell Thomas on the return. So 9-9, and then Kywan Westmoreland, the first of two touchdowns for him. A 2-yard plunge made it 15-9, and then that was the very next possession. And what happened? Well, Greensboro had their PAT blocked. It was returned for 2 points from D'Angelo Walker, 15-11. That was your score at the half. Roanoke would grab the lead, 5:08 to go in the third quarter on a Cam Hill pass to Kamari Garner for 9 yards, 17-15 the score. PAT good, 18-15, and that would be the last time that Greensboro had the lead. Cam Hill touchdown pass to KJ Bratton to start the fourth quarter. And then a touchdown run, Tyson Miller, 2 yards, made it 32-15. 10-14 to go in the game. Kywan Westmoreland, a 60-yard run. He broke free and made it 32-22. Greensboro, though, not able to get any closer. That would be your final score. Team numbers here from the contest. Greensboro with more first downs, 23-19. More rushing yards, 204 to 116. Fewer passing yards, 182 to 173. Total yards, though, go to the Pride, 377 to 298. Greensboro threw 3 interceptions, Roanoke threw 2. Penalties, 4 for 29 yards for Greensboro. So you want to talk about a bright spot today. It was the penalties and the discipline, only 4 penalties. 11 penalties, 96 yards for the Maroons, who controlled time of possession 35-29 to 24 minutes, 31 seconds. Roanoke goes 7 of 18 on third down. Greensboro 6 of 14. Maroons 1 of 3 on fourth down. Greensboro goes 0 for 4. Individually today, Cam Hill 17 of 34, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 182 yards. He was sacked 5 times, 50% completion percentage, QBR 102.6. Leading rusher today was Tyson Miller. Miller with 24 touches, 98 net yards, and a touchdown. Polo Hill 7 carries, 23 yards. Bratton 1 carry for no yards. Hill 9 carries for -3. Leading receiver today was Kamari Garner, had 6 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Gray Deal 5 catches, 54 yards. Chiswick, Bratton, and Polo Hill and Levenberry all with 1 catch each. Bratton's a 10-yard touchdown. Defensively, for the Maroons, it was Charlie Davis leading the way with 16 total tackles. Shoemaker had 9. Andrews had 8. Half a sack each for Thompson and Mapston. Interceptions, Altizer had 1. Waldron had 2. From a special team standpoint, Sear was 1 of 2 in field goals. Hit his first of the year, was good from 33 yards. Punting, Nicholas was 4 for 171. That's good for 42.8 and a long of 48. As for Greensboro today, offensively, Altus completes 10 of 20 passing for 97 yards. No touchdowns, 1 interception, was sacked once. Josh Sims goes 9 of 15, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 76 yards. Rushing, Kaiwan Westmoreland goes 22 carries for 173 yards. That's a 7.9 yards per carry average. 2 touchdowns. Curry Dykes, 14 carries, 45 yards. And a score, Josh Sims, 2 carries for 13 yards. Leading receiver, Shamar Privet, 5 catches, 55 yards. Westmoreland, 3 catches for 46. KJ Brown, 4 catches for 39. Sincere McIntyre hauled in a pass for 11 yards. Coy Davis, 8 yards on 3 catches. Trey Jones had 8 yards on 2 catches. And Braylon Crowder, 1 catch for 6 yards. Defensively, leading tackler today, Will Pelthorpe with 8 tackles. Anderson Sidbury had 7. Holman and Jesse both with 6 to lead Greensboro. Defensively, they did a good job getting in the backfield today. Jesse with 2 sacks. Zaire Ray a sack and a half. Deshaun Holman had 1, and Bennett had a half sack today as well. Interceptions by Tyler Lee Thaxton as well as Jarrell Thomas. From a special team standpoint for Greensboro, no field goals today, and Guy Gallardi 2 punts, 62 yards. We'll step aside. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard when we come back, and we'll get some final thoughts, both from myself and from Michael Richards. Greensboro falls 32-22 here today on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Time for one last look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Final score, not final score, 7:20 to go. North Carolina Wesleyan thumping Apprentice 49-9. The Apprentice just picked up a safety just a moment ago, but Wesleyan well on their way to a 2-0 start this year. Elsewhere in Huntington, Alabama, Hendricks leading the Hawks 23-14 in that contest. They have just hit halftime. Brevard on the road at Sewanee. That game should also be approaching the half, and it looks like their stats not coming through right now, so we do not have a final score, or a score rather, of the first half there. Still to come this afternoon, Southern Virginia at Averett, Guilford is at Methodist, and then later tonight, Belhaven at Trinity, and Berry is at LaGrange. That's a look at what's coming up on your out-of-town scoreboard. Still to come for Greensboro College this week. Women's soccer in action tomorrow against Berry. It is a noon start time with an 11:45 pregame right here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. We certainly hope that you will join us for that. Then on Wednesday, a doubleheader of soccer. Men's soccer, against Columbia College. Women's soccer taking on rival Guilford, looking to make it a clean sweep of Guilford here in the fall. Women's volleyball against Methodist at 7. All of that, again, will be here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. And then on Saturday, football on the road at Davidson, but we're going to be providing a radio broadcast of that contest again on the Greensboro College Sports Network. And as we wrap things up here today with Roanoke defeating Greensboro 32-22, we once again bring in our producer and analyst, Michael Richards. A tale of two halves. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. A lot of things Greensboro did well in the first half. They didn't do well in the second half, and a lot of things that Roanoke struggled with in the first half, they did well in the second half.
Yeah, Kendrick, it was definitely a tale of two halves with Roanoke outscoring Greensboro 21-7 in the second half. But the biggest takeaway for me was just the amount of turnovers that the Pride had. I felt like that was the difference in the game. Greensboro actually outgained Roanoke at the end of the game, but those turnovers proved costly. And every time Roanoke had the ball, I felt like they were starting on Greensboro's side of the 50, so that definitely didn't help things for Greensboro.
Well, I think you just nailed it right on the head right there. The fact that Roanoke had a short field, a lot of their possessions, especially in the second half. Not that Greensboro's defense played bad, but when you start your possession, we start the drive 30 yards away from the end zone, the defense can only do so much.
Yeah, exactly, Kendrick. And another thing I want to say for Roanoke, I mean, I felt like for a team that was a first-year program, that team definitely looked like they've been playing for a while together. They did a great job in the second half, just really taking over that game. And, you know, because there was a lot of stuff in the first half that they had to work on, and they definitely came out in the second half and did a great job.
You know, I want to pump the brakes on being completely negative on Greensboro here. I don't want to, just say, oh, it was gloom and doom. Obviously, they had a 4-point lead at halftime, but you can't help but think that kind of reminds me of last year a little bit in the sense of the team played well but just didn't put a full 60 minutes together.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Kendrick. I will say, obviously the turnovers killed Greensboro today, but the one huge improvement I saw today, which I said at halftime as well, was the amount of penalties. It was definitely down today. Very good discipline today from both sides of the ball. I just think the turnovers proved costly in the end. And in football, it's hard to overcome turnovers like that, especially when you're giving the other team the ball that close to the end zone.
I do think if you want to talk about bright spots, Greensboro may have found their primary running back, I think, after the day that Kaiwan Westmoreland had 173 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. And I think this is a guy that obviously you've got to be talking about, at least for Offensive Player of the Week in the USA South, and I'm sure he'll get some consideration for some other awards as well. But fantastic day by the running back today, and I think really made a statement to say, hey, I can be the guy here.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Westmoreland was fantastic today. Every time he got the ball, I felt like he was going to break 3 or 4 tackles, and there were some plays where Roanoke definitely knew the run was coming, and he was still able to pick up 6, 7, sometimes 10 yards. So, I mean, he did a great job.
Well, it doesn't get any easier. You look at where this schedule goes from here, and you go on the road at FCS Davidson next week, and obviously nobody expects you to go in there and shock a Davidson team that just is bigger. They're going to be stronger. They're going to have more sought-after recruits, and that's just the level or that's what happens when you play a team at multiple levels above you in terms of the collegiate standings of things. But, you know, what is the mindset going into a game like that? And as this team, obviously, you've got nothing to lose, and nobody expects you to come in there and win. So what do you do?
I mean, as a college athlete myself, I just say, like, there's a lot of games where you're not expected to win, but they just need to go in there and enjoy the opportunity to play at such a great facility, a D1 facility. I'd say the best thing you can do for that game is to be disciplined on both sides of the ball, limit the penalties, limit the turnovers, and just go play your game and work on execution. And if you can do it against teams like that, then it translate great when you go back to the D3 level. So
the only thing I'll add to that, too, I think you got to come out of that game healthy. You're not that far away from conference play, and I think the health of your team is going to be a huge thing, too, coming out of that game. Well, that about wrap things up here for us today. Mike, final thoughts here as Greensboro falls in their home opener.
Definitely good turnout today from the crowd. I will say that. From the football team, I'd say, I mean, there's a lot of negatives we could harp on, but I will say that the positives are definitely there as well. And it's early in the season; they have plenty of time to get things, fixed, especially before conference play, because that's when the games are really important.
Yeah, I want to go back to something you said earlier on in the broadcast. I think at halftime you said, "Look, non-conference games are big and everything, but conference record—that's what you're really focused on." So yes, this was a frustrating game to lose today, but with one more game before conference play starts. Hopefully this is something they can learn from, they can grow from, and a couple weeks from now when conference play begins, the team will be all the more strong for it. So, Mike, thank you so much for your input today, and thank you for tuning in here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. We had a fantastic afternoon with you with the Greensboro home opener, but that will end our broadcast today. Final score one last time, Roanoke defeating Greensboro 32-22. Roanoke improves to 2-0. Greensboro falls to 1-1. A big thank you to all of our game day staff. A big thank you to our Director of Sports Information, Stephen Whitenhouse, my producer and analyst today, Mike Richards, and that will wrap things up for us from a sun-splashed Pride Field. Until tomorrow, we'll talk to you women's soccer again, noon, the kickoff, pregame show at 11:45. I'm Kendrick Fruits, wishing you a green and white good night. This has been a presentation of Greensboro College football on the Greensboro College Sports Network.